Today, I want to explain to you how to complete the science notebook. So if you are here in person or if you are learning from home right now, you need to either access the hands-on textbook like I have here on the video, or you may access this on the online textbook. Okay, so every single week I'm going to have you complete the science notebook. You're going to be turning that in on Friday for 25 points. On the first day of school, I told you that this is going to be a huge chunk of your grade. Okay, once you get into the routine, it should be relatively easy. This is not something I'm just having you do for kicks and giggles. I'm having you do it so you can prepare yourself for the vocab quizzes that we will be having on Fridays. Okay, this week I'm going to be having you complete lesson 1 and 2 in the NOS pages. What does the NOS pages mean? Okay, if you flip to page NOS 4, I'm using the 6th grade textbook here as an example. It might be different for the 7th grade textbook. But if you either turn to page NOS 4 on the online textbook, or if you actually flip to it on the hands-on textbook, it doesn't matter. It's going to be the same exact thing. So on page NOS 4, you can see these yellow words here. Okay, every single lesson is going to have yellow words that you are going to be responsible for. Okay, whether that be you go on into your textbook to find these words, or if you go to Quizlet and find the words that I have already typed out the word and definition. That is up to you. Okay, so again, page NOS 4 has all of the yellow words for lesson 1 of Nature of Science. Now, this week I'm going to have you do lesson 1 and 2. So these words on page NOS 4 are not the only words you are responsible for this week. I will tell you which lessons we're doing each and every week. But this week you are responsible for lesson 1 and 2 to start off the year. On Friday, we're going to be taking our vocab quiz and you're going to be turning in your science notebook. Again, 25 points every time you turn that in. Okay, today, again, I'm going to explain to you what that looks like. So if you are on NOS 4, go ahead and get out your science notebook, which you should already have by today. Make sure that we do not waste our paper here in our science notebook. We are going to be using the same notebook all year long. So make sure you keep it in a safe spot and you bring it to class every single day. If we have some time at the end of class, you'll have an opportunity to work on your science notebook to get it done in preparation for Friday. Now, I've already completed one word for my science notebook. I'm acting like I'm a student right now, and I'm completing it on my own. Okay, on page NOS 4, my first word is science for this week. Okay, so I went ahead up here at the top. I wrote lesson 1 and 2 because that is what we are doing this week, is lesson 1 and 2. I wrote the word. There's 3 things you need for every single vocab word. The first one's really simple. You just write the word. Right here I have written the word science. After you've written the vocab word, you're going to write the definition. You can find the definition right next to the yellow word in italics. Okay, the definition for science is the investigation and exploration of natural events and of the new information that results from those investigations. That is what I have written here. It might be a little too small for you to see, but that is what I have written next to the word science. Notice that I haven't used the entire word or entire page just for one word. We're trying to preserve paper for your notebook. Okay, if I were to go further than one page for all of my words this week, I would flip it over and I would use this side. I wouldn't go to a new page. I would just flip it over and use that same page for this week. Again, preserving paper so then you don't have to go out and buy another notebook. Okay, now the third thing that you need, backtracking a little bit, we have 1, the word, 2, the definition, and 3, you have an option. You can either draw a picture, which I have done. Whenever I think of the word science, I think of an atom. That's why I drew an atom right here. Notice that it's not a pretty picture. It's not huge and taking up the entire paper. I'm not going to be grading your artistic ability here. Okay, but it needs to make sense. Okay, this is to help you. So when you think of the word science, what comes into your brain? What pops into your brain that you know you can draw a picture of? There's a bunch of different things because science is a very general word. As we get to more difficult words, hopefully it'll be a little easier to think of one specific picture that will help you for your vocab quiz on Friday. Okay, now Your other option that you can do for step number 3 is to use the word in a sentence. Now, what does that mean? When I use the word science in a sentence, it needs to actually make sense to the word science to help you remember what science is. Okay? It does not make sense, and it will not help you if you say science is my vocabulary word for this week. I will count you off for that, and it will not count to help your grade. Okay? Again, I will repeat that. Use the word in a sentence or draw a picture. Okay? Those are your 3 things. 1 word, 2 definition, 3 either a picture or a sentence. You do not have to do a picture and a sentence, either a picture or a sentence. Let me know if you have questions. You need to do all of the vocabulary words that I have assigned for this week. So those would be lesson 1 and 2 in order to earn your 25 points on Friday when you turn these in.